Hey guys, today I want to discuss a certain topic, and that is why I feel that Pokemon Unite needs pick and ban. Now, anyone who's not familiar, a little while ago, one of the more credible leakers in the community, El Chico Eevee, actually tweeted out that they had seen that a pick ban mode is in the code and likely coming with patch 1.8. Of course, when a leaker says something, we take it with a grain of salt. This is my thoughts on why I feel like this is a necessity for the game. Okay, so first off, what is pick ban? I need to explain this, otherwise this isn't going to make too much sense. So pick ban is also known as draft in most MOBA games. Now, what this does is it allows you and your team to ban a Pokemon, and the enemy team then responds by banning another Pokemon. Example shown on the screen here is if I wanted to ban Mr. Mime, the enemy team could respond by, say, banning Aegislash, if that's what they wanted to do. Now, neither team can pick either Mr. Mime or Aegislash. Usually this works with no mirror matches on either team, meaning if you select something like, say, Absol, it's now not available for the enemy team to choose. So that's the basis of what this is. A pick ban mode allows you to have a more diverse meta because you can get rid of problematic Pokemon. What do I mean by a problematic Pokemon? If we look at the current meta, we can look at last week's picks, right? This is all through ranked games, who is picking and who is playing what. Now, last week, people were picking Hooper at about 2%, and a lot of Pokemon around 2%, 5%, 6%. It starts to go up and up and up and up, getting into the 20s, and then bam, Mr. Mime. Do we see this 62.54% pick rate? That means that Mr. Mime was on so many teams throughout the games. It's 20% more than the closest Pokemon, which is 20% more, well, not quite, than the last ones, but these ones here, right, they're nothing even close. And Mr. Mime still has the highest win rate when it's played in that many games. That's how you know this Pokemon right now is not balanced. It is clearly oppressive and it's unhealthy for the game. Now, while the devs are working on solutions, right, they're trying to figure out how to nerf this Pokemon, wouldn't it be much better as players if we could just ban it from the game? If we could say no Mr. Mime this round. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, but I really want to play Mr. Mime and I have fun with Mr. Mime, and I understand that, but Mr. Mime is overtuned. This is hurtful to not only like solo and casual play, but to the competitive scene as well. Right now, if you're playing competitively, yes, you can play without Mr. Mime and you can have success, but if you're not playing Mr. Mime, you're at a gigantic disadvantage. Your team is at a detriment. Now, yes, there could be the solution of them just nerfing Mr. Mime quicker, but they're not doing that. And that's why most MOBA games have that safety net of a pick ban mode. The beauty of pick ban is it allows for more diverse styles of play. If we look at the top 4 Pokemon right now, Mime, Mew, Glaceon, and Aegislash, that already is 4/5 of probably the greatest team in Pokemon Unite. If you throw on a Snorlax or a Blissey or a Wigglytuff in that last slot, maybe a Trevenant, it doesn't really matter, anything bulky, that is an amazing team. Now, there's no reason to not play these Pokemon, and you can't ban them. So that's how metas become stale. That's what we saw at Worlds. Everyone was playing Dragonite. If we had a pick ban mode, a Dragonite meta cannot form, because if it begins to, we ban Dragonite, and now teams can play different Pokemon. Now, looking at the list here, give me one reason to play Pikachu over Mew. There isn't one. There's none. So if a team wanted to play a strategy around Pikachu, it's likely they want to ban Mew because it's a very bad matchup for it. Looking at Glaceon, why would I not play Glaceon in my jungle instead of playing something like Cinderace? Because Glaceon is just a stronger jungler right now. Looking at Mr. Mime, it's the best support, the best defender, the best everything. The mon is incredibly overtuned at the moment. Why would I not play Mr. Mime? And that's the thing, we have to force players to not play it because it's banned. Now they have to be more diverse. Now team compositions actually matter. Instead of playing the same over and over again, Mr. Mime, Mew, Glaceon, Aegislash against the same 4 with a variable 5th. I was playing some games with my teammate Challenge and some of his buddies, some in the top 100, and they were right when they were telling me that if I'm not playing Mr. Mime, I'm throwing their games, and it's completely true, which is really unfortunate. As someone who plays the defender role, I want to play things like Snorlax, I want to play things like Trevenant, but I'm forced into this Mr. Mime prison, and we had that on our supports for a long time. Do you remember supports were stuck playing Eldegoss for eternity, then they were stuck playing Hooper for every single tournament? What if these Pokemon could be banned so more diverse team comps could be formed with different strategies that we're unable to see? Pokemon like Buzzsaw could actually really rise up if a lot of the defensive options were banned out or picked by the enemy team. You would start to pick bulkier all-rounders to fill that role. You'd start to see things like Pikachu support or Ninetales support if all the supporters were starting to be banned out. You would see more diverse team comps and the game would be healthier and a lot more competitive. Professional players would have to play actual Pokemon and have bigger Pokemon pools and not just one trick a Pokemon. Lucario wouldn't have been the threat it was for 12 months if we were able to ban it and pick other top laners. When I look at pick ban versus no pick ban, what I see is so many positives to having a pick ban system, and the one negative being some people won't get to play their favorite Pokemon every game. But that's something that we need to understand. We need the game to remain competitive. We can't have the game becoming stale and boring. So many players right now aren't playing because every game is just Mime, Mew, and Glaceon. It's all you see. Every ranked game, whether it's fives, trios, duos, solo, you will see Mime, you will likely see Mew, and you'll most likely see Glaceon. And it is not fun to verse the same 3 overtuned Pokemon. If we were able to ban out Glaceon, the amount of people playing Delphox right now would be amazing. Delphox is incredibly strong right now, but it's just overshadowed. Same thing with ones like Cramorant. I was playing with a buddy the other day, and they were saying, wow, with the top lane changes, it looks like Lucario is probably going to rise back up the meta. And yes, Lucario is pretty strong right now, but as long as Mr. Mime exists, it's a whole lot weaker. A Pokemon like Mamoswine is stronger than it's ever been, but if you pick Mamoswine over Mr. Mime competitively, you are literally trolling your games. It's crazy how much stronger than all of them Mr. Mime is. Without a pick ban mode, we're just going to see the same Pokemon every single game, and the game is going to start to feel really stale. We want to have a fun time as players, we want to have a competitive time as competitive players, and we don't want to sit and see the same Pokemon every single game. Let me know what you think. Do you think pick ban is something we need to have in Pokemon Unite, or are you okay with seeing, say, Mime, Mew, and Glaceon in every single game? Maybe that's your playstyle. Maybe you like to just one-trick the same 3 Pokemon. Maybe you enjoy versing the same Pokemon because it feels like a skill matchup. There are a lot of different takes on this. Mine personally is that I feel that we should have a more diverse meta, which will encourage players to have to work on their pools, other playstyles, other Pokemon, and it will make the game a lot more fun, and you'll never feel trapped in the prison of one Pokemon. I feel it's healthy for the game in a casual and a competitive sense. I feel like it will lead to more fun and to more health. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.